Good morning. Let me just send this through email. Okay. All right. Give some time for people to show up. We are going to be doing a beginner's yoga today. This is going to be a little different than what we normally do. There's going to be mainly just a lot of poses. We're going to start laying down, and then we'll get up a little bit, do some strength and balancing poses, and then we'll lay back down again. Now I'm going to be doing this on the fly. I'm just going to make stuff up. We're not going to be doing it to music. There's going to be some ambient music playing, but it's just going to be there to keep you chill. Let me know if it is kind of distracting in the future and I can just have no music at all. So you can just type down in the comments or message me later, whatever works. So it'll be just really chill. We're going to focus a lot on hips and maybe posture. I forgot my blocks. I'm going to go get my yoga blocks just to have as an option. If you have some yoga blocks, go ahead and grab those as well. And make sure you have your mat. All right. Hopefully. Start not good. All right. I'm just going to have a couple blocks, whatever works. These are always our option. Like, even if you don't think you need blocks, they're good to just have to maybe help with the pose to make it deeper for your body. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and start our music. Go ahead and lay down nice and chill. And let's get started. So just go ahead and lay down in a comfortable position. And I just want you to breathe. Sink into the floor. Melt. And breathe. I want you to notice your breath. Is it quick? Is it slow? Are you concentrating on it too much so you don't know how to breathe correctly anymore? That's normal. Think about how your body feels today. Does it feel stiff from sitting at a desk? Without moving anything, notice where your feet are. Are they close together? Are they kind of spread apart? Is one foot pointing to the ceiling while the other foot points to the side? Just notice. Don't adjust. What about your hands? Are your palms facing upwards? Are they down? Is one arm closer to the side than the other? What about your shoulders? Do you feel like one is higher than the other? anything that you feel is normal. Just breathe. Relax. Now, the one thing I want you to think about today is how each pose feels for you. Don't worry about how it looks. We're more concerned with how it feels. We're not going to do anything really strenuous today. Just some stretches. Maybe if you're sitting at a computer all day like I am, you're going to stretch out our hips a bit. So go ahead and start wiggling your toes. Maybe rotating your ankles. Wiggle your fingers. Go ahead and bring your forearms off the ground so your elbows are on the ground. Go ahead and rotate your wrists around. And rotate the other way if you haven't already. Ooh, see how that feels. I can tell one side is a little more stiff than the other. And the rotation's a little weird. That's okay. Go ahead and bring your back leg up to either your chest or, if it's more comfortable, towards your armpit. Just so you feel that stretch in your hip on the one side. Put the knee in your hand, the same hand as the same side. And I want you to rotate in towards the center of the body and circle it out. Do it again. So another big circle. You might feel it. Maybe it's a little sticky today or stiff. Maybe it's popping. I'm having some popping as well in my shoulder, so that's good. And go ahead and go the other way now. So we'll reverse it. And go ahead and stop. Pull it towards you again. Again, either towards your chest or towards your armpit, if that feels better. And now put your other hand on that knee, so the opposite hand to that knee, and then slowly rotate it towards me, if you're mirroring me. Now this knee does not have to touch the ground. Don't worry about that. If it feels better, you can bend both knees. I have a microphone in my pocket, so I'm trying not to crush it. There we go. Nice little twist. And if you want to enhance that twist, you can look towards your other hand that's extended. Just breathe. Come back to center on your next inhale. You rock back and forth. Again, you might hear some popping in your back if you're like me, as the spine elongates. All right, elongate the first leg that you used. Keep the other leg close to you. So we're switching sides. Knee to chest, or towards your armpit if that feels better. Go ahead, rotate in towards your stomach. Sorry, rotating the hip. You don't need to turn over or anything. Keep your body attached to the floor as you just rotate that hip. Get all the stickiness out. Get all the pops out. And go ahead and reverse the other direction. Hold it close to you again. So now we're going to do the twist on the other side. If you want to just fall over, that's fine, or you can take both knees and fall over to the side. I'm going to do that since this is early on. And then open up the chest to the ceiling. You can look to that hand, the opposite hand. Just breathe. Maybe you feel your chest open just a bit with that stretch. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring your knees back to center. Grab both knees. Maybe rotate both of them now. I'm going outwards. Hold your knees close. Rotate your ankle one at a time. And switch. Either direction. You can change directions anytime. Oof, my left one is really poppy today. Put your feet down. We're going to do a bridge pose. So I want your feet as close to your butt as you can. Feet are about hip width apart. And I want you to rotate your pelvis so your lower back is touching, or as much as you can, touching that mat. Oh. So I want you to imagine you're going to peel your pelvis and then vertebrae up as much as you can. So just peeling one vertebrae at a time. On our next inhale, go ahead and lift. Inhale, peeling up. And then hold. As you push your hips to the ceiling, squeezing your glutes. And then on your next exhale, I want you to go down vertebrae by vertebrae, ending with that tucked pelvis. Let's try that again. It's going to be a little quicker. Inhale up. Hold your breath. Hold your pose. Exhale down. Now, if you'd like to add your arms to this, on your next inhale, you're going to lift your arms overhead and then hold. So you can look up here if you don't understand what I'm saying. And on your next exhale, arms go back to your sides. Try it again. Inhale up. Exhale down. We'll do 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Knees to chest or your sides. Let's go ahead and flip over. I want you to get in all fours here. So a tabletop. Hands underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath hips. Just going to do a cat-cow. So you're going to inhale. Stomach to the ground as you lift your head. Exhale, arch your back to the ceiling. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Exhale. One more reach. Inhale. Exhale. And sit down on your heels. So you're in a kneeling position. If it's more comfortable, you can always grab a block. I can't even think of words right now. If that feels more comfortable. Or maybe you can grab a blanket and put it on your heels. Just a nice tall posture. And I want you to take your hands. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, bend towards me. Inhale back up to center. Exhale down to the other side. Inhale up. And fold forward into child's pose. And stay here. It's okay if your hips do not reach your heels. In fact, if it's more comfortable, you can spread your knees out a little more. I also suggest if you have blocks, put your blocks in front of you and use that for your hands. And see if you can get a deeper stretch in your shoulders. Or maybe it just gives you more space so you feel better, whatever it is. If you have blocks, move them off to the side. We're going to come through into a cobra. So go ahead and pull through. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your chest. Shoulders slide down your back. I want you on your next exhale to turn your head towards me. If it's not already. On your next exhale, turn back to center. Inhale, exhale, turn the other way. And then exhale back to center. Push back to your child's pose. Let's scoop through again. Inhale down if you'd like. And then squeeze glutes. Exhale, push back. Do it again. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, push back. Come back to your tabletop. And if you can, I want you to bring your front foot forward. You can totally just scooch it forward with your hand. So now you're in a low lunge. I like to tuck my toes under, flatten my foot for this. But if it feels more comfortable, you can totally tuck your toes under. So I want you to just shift your hips down, squeezing. So you're opening up your hip flexor right here. Now I don't want this knee to go too far forward. So if you need to, just scooch your foot forward a little more so the knee is over the heel or the ankle. That's good. We're just opening up our hips. And put your hands down. And then take the side that's where the knee is forward. So if you're mirroring me, raise this arm up. We're going to twist open. Couple breaths. And exhale, put it down. Go ahead and make your way to the other side so you can get to plank and switch. Or you just kind of finagle your feet as best you can. So sink in. Again, if you want blocks are always good here. Depends on your arm length, right? We're all different. This actually feels better for me, so I'm going to keep these blocks. Ooh, apparently I needed this stretch after sitting at the desk for so long. I'm going to put that out of the way, and I'm going to do my twist towards that leg. On your next exhale, go ahead and put your hands back down. Go ahead and lift that back knee and put that other foot back into your plank and use your toes. And push back for just a little quick break before we do something else. Sorry if you hear me breathing. All right, come back forward, tabletop. Tuck your toes under. We're going to do downward dog. So go ahead, lift your hips up. And I do not care if your knees are bent. Mine are definitely bent. What I want you to try to do is straighten your arms. Rotate the fronts of your elbows towards the front. then feel the length in your legs, the back of the legs. So look between your legs, pushing away from the floor. And if you can walk your heels down, alternating, that'll help stretch a little more. You can even use blocks here. So I'll try some blocks. This will help just a bit if you have tight hamstrings like I do. Just keep breathing. Mainly telling myself. And on your next inhale, you can start to walk the feet in. And you're going to be in a forward fold. So just hang forward. You can have blocks. Blocks are good. If you don't want blocks, that's fine. You can try to reach for the floor. Knees can be bent. You're looking between your legs. Hands can be on the front of your feet or the side. It's really what is most comfortable for you. Straighten your legs. So if you're not touching the floor, that's fine. I want you to grab your elbows. And I want you to hang. Nod your head yes. Nod your head no. Swing side to side. Just hang in the center. Pick what you want to do. You can always do the swaying. I like to sway a little bit. Go ahead and bend those knees a little bit again. Touch the floor. And I want you to heel toe your feet wider. So maybe wider than your mat. Maybe as wide as your mat. And then drop your hips to a mobility squat. I like to shift around. Feel that stickiness in my hips again. All right, hands back down. Lift the hips as you heel toe your feet in. Maybe hip width apart. And stay with that forward fold again. Remember, knees can be bent. Go ahead, heel toe out again to that mobility squat. Exhale, drop. Heel toe in again, forward fold. Maybe you'll notice you can start to straighten your legs a little more. Let's do one more, why not? Drop in for that mobility squat. I believe it's also called a Hindi squat, but I'm not sure. And back to forward fold. This time, get your feet together, all the way together, so your knees are touching. And I want you to lift your hands up as you sit into a chair. If the arms ever get to be too much, bring your hands to heart center. Totally fine. So hands here or up here. But I want you to try to rotate your hips so you're not sticking your butt out like it's a shelf. Rotate. nice long posture for the spine. And stand up. I'm going to face forward now. Let's just breathe for a moment. If it's more comfortable for you, you can always separate your feet a little bit. That's more comfortable for me today, so I'm going to do that. How about we do some balance tree pose? So go ahead and shift your weight onto your right foot as you bring your left in. It can be here where you're touching the floor, right above the ankle, or above the knee. You don't want it on the knee, okay? Hands can be here, or hands can be here. Squeeze your glutes. That'll help with the balance. And go ahead and release. Other side. So try not to lock out those knees also. Here, here, or here. Hands here, or here. Squeeze those glutes. Ooh, wobbly. Wobbles are fine. You don't get better at balance unless you practice. And in life, we tend to fall when we trip over something, right? So you might as well train your body to react to those falls and release. Let's go ahead and bring up that left knee out to the side. Now grab that ankle, rotate forward. Rotate to the back as you reach forward. And if you can bend that knee to engage the glute. If it's too much, this is fine too. This is fine too. And put it down. All right, do the other side. Knee up. Rotate it out. Ooh, pop. Grab the ankle. Rotate. Oh my goodness, this hip. That's why we're doing that, right? Get all the sticky pops out. And if you fall, just get back in. I'm having wobbles on this side. And put it down. Whew. Really shake it out. All right, let's have our feet wide here. Start this way. Start this way. So your right side. So you're gonna rotate your right foot out to this way. I'm having trouble with words today. And this foot, if you can, turn it 45 degrees, but it doesn't have to be completely 45. This is more comfortable. Otherwise, rotate it. We're going to rotate our hips. And and then drop into that right knee. So we're trying to stretch our hips from all that sitting, right? So lift if you'd like, or you can have your hands here. Again, that's cool. And I want you to sink in as much as you can. What feels good? Where do you feel that stretch? If this feels too tight, step out a little. That's fine. Oh, that feels so much better for me today. So whatever option feels best, don't worry about what it might look like. Just worry about how it feels. I want you to feel good from this practice today. Go and straighten that leg. Let's try it again. Bend it as you lift. So hips are also facing in the direction of that knee. Drop your shoulders. Don't let them be in your ears. Exhale, release. It's the other side. So rotate that heel. Bend in. Hips forward or hips to the side. Lift if you like. Come out of it. Let it rest for a sec. Let's breathe one more time. Awesome. This is going to be our peak pose today. And come back to center. Let's forward fold with wide legs. If you need some blocks, grab them. Blocks are good. We are going to shift into your right leg, like you're sitting on it, and lift that other foot, the heel, or you know what I mean. Heel's on the ground, and you lift the bottom of the foot. And then come back up and go the other way. Hop, hop. Back up, other side. One more switch. And then go ahead and just make your way to the ground. We're done with the standing stuff. Told you it would be short. All right, so let's see. Well, let's do pigeon. Why not? So, right foot is close to your groin. Activate that foot. If it feels better at 90-90, that's fine. Otherwise, you can elongate that leg. And you can always fold over if you have that flexibility. I have a lot of flexibility of bending over my hips a lot because I kind of sit in the chair like this. But that's where my flexibility ends. So if you can't get to this, don't worry about it, right? It just kind of depends on what you do throughout the day. And because I sit like a weirdo, this is one pose that is easier for me. But then I can't touch my toes. So come back up. And I want you to pull that foot in, and the other comes over. So if it feels more comfortable, this is fine too. We're going to inhale, exhale, twist. See if you can look further behind you. Add a little to that stretch. And release as you exhale. Same foot's going to be over, but this time you're going to put it on your knee, or you can do it on front if this is more comfortable. But we're just going to stretch our hips out a little more. So stacking your knee over ankle is what we're going for. You notice I have some room here. It's fine. It's okay. And then I want you to elongate your back. Exhale, kind of lean forward as much as you can while keeping that back nice and long. Big breaths. Try fold forward over it. All right. Inhale, come back up. Let's do the other side. So this time the left knee is in front of you. 99 is fine. This is fine too. Whatever works. Try to get your hips square, but it's okay if you can't. Notice how this feels compared to the other side. Maybe it's tighter, maybe it's not. Come back up. Bring that left leg in. Other foot's coming over. Oh, shoot. I think my computer wants to restart. Left arm here and twist as you exhale. I think I scheduled the restart for noon, which gotta make sure I finish before noon, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking. See if you can look over that shoulder a little more. And release. That ankle knee pose. So foot can be here, or it can be on top. Nice long posture. Open up those hips. Inhale, exhale, come forward. Breathe. So if you are feeling a big stretch, oh, hello, Ridley. As you breathe, that's going to get more oxygen to those muscles. Wouldn't be a fitness class without a dog coming in. As you breathe, it'll help with the stretching. It'll get a little, look, this is getting lower. Come back up. Feet wide. So, totally fine if knees are bent. Right. I want your spine long. If it's more comfortable, if you have a blanket or a towel, you can sit on that, and that'll raise your hips up a little more and help. I would be sitting on it, but it's too far away right now. And then take your arms, push them against your legs, and that'll help you come forward. And then when you feel more comfortable, you can lower your knees down. Feet can be flexed or pointed. I'm taking another dance class, so I'm working on my points. All right, come back up. Do some hamstrings. Go ahead and lay back. And go ahead, both feet elongated or bent, whatever feels better on your back, right? I'm going to take the back leg, so the leg furthest from the screen, grab behind the knee, pull it to my chest. And I'm going to inhale, try to elongate my leg. And I'm going to hold, look for that shake. When it's shaking, that's where you know you're definitely at your limit. And then on your next exhale, bend the knee. So that other leg can be elongated or bent, whatever works. Let's try it again. Inhale. Try to straighten it. Try not to let your thigh go further from you. So keep your thigh close. See, I definitely don't get straight, but I'm working on that hamstring. And then exhale, release. Whew. Let's do it again. Inhale. On your next exhale, release. Then straighten it. And try to point your toe. Hold it wherever you need. Here, here, here. And flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. I want you to take that leg, let it come over, like across your body a little bit, but don't let your hips leave the ground. So this might not be a very large move. You're just stretching your IT band. Not that the IT band is actually muscle, but it helps through that whole side. Go ahead and bend the knee, bring it back. We're going to do the other side. So grab behind the knee, pull it to as much as you can to your chest. And then on your next inhale, try to straighten it and then hold it. Watching the time. This is our last big stretch. Well, almost. And then exhale, bend. Try it again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Oh, here he comes again. Hello, baby. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Go ahead and straighten your leg wherever that works. I'm going to bend this leg this time. Straighten it. Pull it back as much as you can. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. One more reach. And now take it diagonally across. That one doesn't go very far at all for me. Remember, both hips are still on the ground. And come back down, bend it. So go ahead and raise your feet up. Happy baby pose. So you can grab the inside of your feet or maybe down here, whatever feels best for you. I like trying to opening my hips more. So I grab on the inside of my feet and I pull down. Just helps me. But you do you. Maybe rock side to side. Feet together. So you're going to be a butterfly pose, but laying down. Let those knees fall open. Clasp both of your elbows. And rest it over your head. You can stay here or come out of it into your corpse pose. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. Or maybe you lay on your side. If you're still laying down, go ahead and turn over onto one side, keeping your eyes closed. And when you're ready, push your way up to seated. And I hope you had a wonderful stretch today. I know my hips feel better from all that sitting. And have a wonderful day. I think that's good. I think we're good. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. You know where to find me. And if you don't like the music, if you want it to be quiet next time, let me know. All right. And I'll end it there. Yeah. Or if you have something to say, you can type in the chat. Cool.